everyone. And my name is Dana Devine. I'm the director of the Center for Blood Research, trying desperately to fill the very large shoes left behind by Ed Conway. And so I'd like to just welcome everyone to our, I believe this is our 10th Norman Bethune Symposium. And for those of you who are not usually joining us, Norman Bethune was a Canadian surgeon who really worked in the Spanish Civil War not on the Franco side, and was busy trying to figure out how to get blood right to the front lines. And so he really developed what was the first sort of concept of a MASH unit to move blood to the front lines. And so he's revered. He died. He subsequently went to China to work with the communist revolt in China, and ended up unfortunately cutting himself on a scalpel and dying of sepsis. And so he's been revered in Canada for a very long time. There's not a huge number of famous Canadians, but he's one of them. So we have a symposium named for him that's primarily focused on topics that are related to blood transfusion. So I would like to, in advance, thank all of the people that let me strong arm them into giving talks in this symposium. And we will, as we go through the day, we've tried to set the schedule up so that there's plenty of break time, because we all know that sitting on Zoom for hours on end is exhausting. And so we've tried to make sure that we have appropriate amounts of break time. We're also going to try to do a virtual poster symposium. We have a lot of trainees in the center, and they've been busily putting posters together. And when we get to the poster session time, I'm going to turn this over to Stephanie Mack, who's our education coordinator, and she'll explain how you get into the poster session and how you can actually speak to the poster presenters. So that's sort of the housekeeping aspects of this. We will have a series of 9 different short presentations from trainees as well, so you'll be able to hear what the trainees are up to. For those of you who are invited speakers, you will be able to drive your own slides. I know we pestered you to send us your slides, but we wanted those just in case something goes wrong with the system. But otherwise, we've made you all co-hosts, so you will be able to drive your own slides. So before we go on to our next speaker, I recognize that in my opening remarks, I was completely remiss in not making an appropriate land acknowledgement. We're all, or most of us are joining this from home, and we're scattered all over various parts of the globe. But at least for the UBC related people, I would like to acknowledge that we are on the unceded territory of the Musqueam and the Squamish and the Tsleil-Waututh nations, and that we make these land acknowledgements because we recognize the important role that the First Nations peoples play in our culture in Canada. And I just wanted to apologize for not having done that right up front.